Hello, welcome back to another episode of Tom's World Coin Hunts. Today is our third mega hunt in commemoration of our 30th episode, where we are going to hunt through 50 coins in this 4kg bag instead of our usual 25. We're also continuing with the date run challenge, and as it's a mega hunt episode, we get to put up to 5 coins instead of our usual 3. If you're not familiar with the date run challenge, we're trying to fit up this album of coins with a different coin for each year between 1927 and 2022. So before we get started, let's take a look at the Numista map. Not particularly much happened in the last hunt, no new countries or anything, so the map looks pretty much the same. So now you've had a look, let's get into the bag. Okay, first coin out of the bag. Make sure there's enough space. Here's 20 centimes from France from 1967. Very common coin. We see a lot of these French centimes from this period. There we go. Next coin. That's a small one. 10 cents from South Africa. This was from 2015. Africa Tsonga. Wow, 2015 is a new year. I'd like to put that in the book if we can. Well, let's see what happens. Next coin is 100 francs from France from 1955. Alright, this isn't a coin we see every day. In fact, I think this might be the first time we've seen it on the channel. There we go, République Française. Excellent. Okay, next up. Okay, we've got a Dutch coin here. There's Queen Wilhelmina, don't know, or Wilhelmina, I don't know how they say it. But there we go, it's 25 cents from 1948. Very good. Next one. It's an Italian coin. 5, most likely Lire, 5 Lire from 1953. If it's Centimes or whatever that is, it will be in the annotations, but I think it's Lire. Next up is 5 Pesetas from Spain, a coin we see a lot of. Can we make out the date in the star? That looks like 1978 to me. And there's the 1975 Juan Carlos I portrait authorization date. There we go. Next up, it's an Irish coin from 1971. I think this has to be a penny, right? Yep. Oh no, it's not, it's a half penny, it's even smaller. Wow, there we go. Unfortunately there's a bit of corrosion there. Otherwise a cool coin. Next up is a Portuguese coin, 1983. I think this is 2.5 Escudos. Yeah, I was right, there we go. Alright, next one. Okay. French coin, 1 franc from 1942, made of aluminium, and it says État Français, or French state, on the back. There we go. I think we've seen that one before, or something very similar. Almost on the top row. And this is 10 francs from France, 1988. Not sure, have we seen this on the, I think we might have, but we haven't seen very many of them. Actually quite a common coin to find in World Coin Hunts, so you should maybe like the half francs, we're just coming across them now. There we go, let me make some space. Does that fit? Yeah, that's okay. Alright, next line. What we got here? We got a South African coin from 1965. It's got the English text there. This type of coin will usually have English or Afrikaans along the legends there. And this is 2 cents. This is a coin we've seen before, but perhaps not with the English legend, so keep an eye out for that in the annotations. Next up, ein Schilling from Austria. 1 shilling, 1981. There we go. Again, another fairly common coin. Next up, A German coin this time from 1950. 5 Pfennig from, is that the Stuttgart mint? I think F is Stuttgart, right? I'll learn the mint marks. There we go. What's this? This is from the Netherlands. 1 Gulden from 1969. Oh. This time we got Juliana on the back. Or the front, I guess. Okay, another Austrian coin here, 10 Groschen from 1959. Not in great condition, but there we go. Next up, another Spanish coin, 5 Pesetas again. This one's got the 1957 Francisco Franco portrait. And can we make up the year there? 59? Perhaps it's 59. I'll obviously get my magnifying glass out at the end and let you know the correct date in the annotations. Okay, next up, another South African coin here with the English legend again, 1965, 5 cents. Very cool. Next one. What have we got here? A bird. Don't know what bird that is. I don't know what country this is either. Let's turn it around. It's 5 cents from Singapore, 1969. Wow. I've never seen this 5 cents from Singapore. That's cool. Next up, what have we got here? Is this Malaysian? Oh. It is Malaysian. 5 sen from 2015, is that? I think that's 2015. There we go. That's another cool coin. Next up, we got a Belgian coin here, 1 franc with the Dutch text from 1977. Again, a very common coin. Next up, Queen Elizabeth II. Is this a Jersey coin then? No, it's Hong Kong. 10 cents from 1982. There we go. Not seen that one before either. Next up. Okay, this is 10 Korunas. 10 something from, I believe, the Czech Republic. Yep, Czech Republic 2008, very cool. This is actually our first coin from the Czech Republic. We've only had coins from Czechoslovakia so far. Next up, speaking of Czechoslovakia, we got another one here from 1990. 50 Haleru. I still don't know how that's pronounced, but that's unfortunate. It's in this condition. It's fairly cool on this side, nice and shiny, but corroded on this side. That's a shame. Next coin. Another 5 pesetas from Spain. Can we make out the year and the star? 76? Maybe 76. We got the 75 authorization date. There we go, another corroded coin, unfortunately. Oh, dropped it. Next up, another 10 francs from France, this time from 1990. I know how French coins turn, why do I keep turning it the wrong way? There we go, 10 francs. Next up, a Lithuanian coin from 1991. This is made of aluminium. It's 1 Centas. I'm not sure we've had 1 Centas. I can't remember us getting it. But obviously all the information will be on the screen in the annotations. Next up, a bigger coin here, 5 francs from 1971. Again, a very common coin, so it's very possible that we already have this date. There we go. Next up, okay, we got Queen Elizabeth II again here. Ah, this is a UK coin, a sixpence from 1966. And there we go. So our first sixpence out the bag. Next up, a Spanish coin here. One peseta from, well, with the 1975 authorization date. The mintage date will be in the star on this side. Very clean and shiny. Can we make out the year? 79 perhaps? It's too small for me to tell, but that's a very nice condition, one peseta. Very nice. Oops, dropped it. Alright, next up. Right, here we've got 1 cent. This looks like the Dutch half cent we've seen before, but let's find out. Oh, it's a bit out of focus. Yeah, it's Netherlands, 1904. Very cool. This one's quite nice actually. The half cent we found was in quite poor condition. This one's not too bad. Alright, next up. Okay, I think this is from Malaysia. I recognise this side. Yep, Malaysia, 10 sen from 2004. Alright. Okay, what's this one? 20 Dinara from 1963. Actually, this is Yugoslavia. We've seen a few coins like this before. There we go. Next up, we got a Spanish coin here from 1945. I think this is 10 centimos. There we go, 10 cents, contraction of centimos. Yeah, it's made of aluminium. Fairly cool, but this one's a bit corroded. Next up, a Belgian coin, 1 franc from 1990 with the French text. And Baht the first on this side. Oh, there we go. Next up, we got 10 kopecks from 1985 from the USSR. There we go, very dirty, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Another little coin here. 1 Stotinka from 1974. Bit corroded, but this is from Bulgaria. I think we got the 2 Stotinki in the last hunt. There we go. Next up, a bigger coin. Oh, this is 10p, and this is naturally from Ireland. This one's from 1975. Very cool. Next up, another 1 shilling from Austria. This one's from 1961. Next up, oh, it's got some stuff on it. I wonder if I'll peel that off. Not right now though. So it's from 1957. It's a Belgian 1 franc. Oh. With the Dutch text. Next up, our Portuguese coin here from 1980. It's a bit thicker than the last one, so I'm going to guess 5 Escudos. Oh, there we go, absolutely correct, 5 Escudos. A bit dirty. There we go. Alright, on to the last row. First up, we got another halfpenny from Ireland. This one's a bit cleaner, and this one's from 1978. Next up, another little coin. This one's 1 Pfennig from Germany, the F mint mark, which I believe is Stuttgart, and it's from 1986. Oh, there we go. Next up, got another Spanish coin here, 1983. I believe this is 10 pesetas. Yeah, there we go. Very cool. Next up, alright, we got another Spanish coin here, 5 pesetas this time from 1993. and this is actually a commemorative coin, Jacobeo 93. Can't remember exactly what it's celebrating, but it will be at the top of the screen on an annotation. There we go. Alright, next up. Oh, another Spanish coin, another 5 pesetas. This one's from Islas Baleares. So the Balearic Islands. And this is from 1997. Very cool. Next up, 25 cents from 1976. This is from the Netherlands. There you go, there's Queen Juliana. Next up, another aluminium coin here. 1 franc from 1944 from République Française. Okay, next up, we got a Thai coin here, 1 baht. The date is these 4 characters at the bottom here. And on this side you've got the King of Thailand. Can't remember which king that is, I think King Rama the 9th. There we go. Information about the date will be on the screen. Next up, another 5 pesetas from Spain. I think this is the definitive design though. It's from 1998. There we go. Right, one last coin. Alright, oh, an old one. 10 centimes from 1938. France. I think these tend to have different mints on some years. You can usually tell by this mark here. This means the Paris mint in this occasion, but then I think there's the lightning bolt, which is the Poussey mint. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, if that's even correct, but there we go. 10 centimes from France. So that concludes our mega hunt. What's your favourite coin? Let me know in the comments. As for me, I'm looking around and I might have to go with a French coin this time. It's 100 francs. I think that's a fairly cool design. Even the obverse is quite cool. And yeah, so we'll now go to the Numista map to see any updates, and then we'll come back and see which coins I've put in the book. So here's the Numista update. So of the 50 coins we hunted through, we got 36 different coins and 19 new types, which is cool. Not too bad. And we did get one new country, which of course was the Czech Republic, although it was already coloured in on the map. So now let's take a quick look at the other information. And as you might expect, still no records broken. Let me know in the comments if you think we'll break any records by the end of the bag. Or if we've already found our smallest, lightest, oldest, largest, heaviest and newest coins. So yeah, let's now take a look at the book. And here we are with the book update. So these are the 5 years I chose to go in the album: 1938, 1944, 1950, 1975 and 2015. Now let's take a look at which coins I picked. Okay, so 1938. Here's a bit of an explanation because I picked the 10 centimes from France. As you can see, there's a 10 centimes from France here for 1934. Does this violate the rules? Well, I did specify that it's by Numista type, and this is a different type to this. It's mostly a compositional difference, but there is a slight change in the design. So as you can see on this one, 1934, there's nothing either side of the date, it's just part of the coin. But in this 1938 one, there are dots either side of the date. So that's part of the reason why it's a different type. I did try to find something else to put in, but ultimately 1938 isn't a very common year. It's part of this first page that is difficult to find years for. So I just said, hey, it doesn't break the rules as I set them, so I'm gonna put it in. Right, so the next one was 1944. I went with the 1 franc from France, as you can see. Now the one francs from France from that period are in there, just a couple of the other ones, but this is from the Republic of France and this is from the Vichy French states. I don't know if I said that right. There we go, that's 1944 field. Then for 1950 I went with a German coin, the 5 Pfennig, and this may contradict what I said earlier on when I said I'd try to avoid coins with long date runs. But again, this was it was a bit tricky trying to find uncommon years that didn't have long date runs. So I thought, well, I can pick a very common year with a small date run, and I did do that for one of the other coins, or I can pick a scarcer year with a longer date run, and I decided to do one of each. So this is the scarcer year with a long date run. It's 5 Pfennig from Germany for 1950. So that was 1950, right? Yeah. So for what was next? 75. I went with, so as it's a fairly common year, but I went with, it's not really got a short date run per se, but it's not particularly long like the French Centimes or the German Pfennigs. I went for 10 pence from Ireland. I think it's a cool coin, it's in nice condition, and yeah, it was a date we needed, so I decided to put it in. And then the last one was 2015. I nearly put the South African coin in, but I thought, I mean, it is a different type, but there was an alternative, so I went with the alternative. It was the 5 cent from Malaysia. So that's one more coin on this last page filled, which is a tricky page. So thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.